everyone, Kristina here. Welcome to another Color Wednesday video. Today I'm using this really big stamp set from the Greeting Farm. I got this on pre-order, so it's not available at their website quite yet. So I will link to some alternate options that are similar down in the video description or at my blog. So go ahead and check out those links if you want to get some Halloween stamps that have the same sort of style. So this stamp set comes as untrimmed rubber, which means you have to cut out the stamps. So I just wanted to show you how it comes in a sheet, and then I cut out this little boy in a pumpkin costume. I stamped him on some Copic Express It blending card in Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and now I'm going to be coloring the little boy. Whenever I'm going to be using a color combination I'm not quite sure of, I always practice it on some scratch paper beforehand. So because I haven't really colored a pumpkin with Copic markers in a long time, probably since last Halloween, I wanted to try out some different color combinations, and this is the one that I chose to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and color this image and turn on some music for you to listen to, and I will pick up the voiceover once I'm done coloring. So that finishes up all the coloring, and now I'm going to be putting the card together. I did want to note that I did add a little bit more dark E57 onto his hair. This is a really different hair color combination for me, and I wasn't quite sure how to color it, so just wanted to add that in. So the sentiment I'm using for today says Happy Halloween, and it's from the same stamp set. And I just wanted to show you how you can trim this out using some scissors. I'm using some Tim Holtz scissors, but you could definitely use any other kind of crafting scissors that are heavy duty. My card base today is some 100-pound Nina Desert Storm cardstock, and I scored that at 5.5. And now I'm taking some Inka Dinka Doo stamping mask paper, and I've cut it into 1/2-inch strips and put that around the border of the card, except on top I put it above the fold. This is going to make an area that's kind of framed out on the front of the card, but it's going to run up to the very top fold. I also put some thick Post-it masking tape just on the back so I wouldn't accidentally color the back as well. I'm using a Tim Holtz mini distress ink pad in frayed burlap, as well as the mini round blending tool to bring in some inking on the edges of that mask. It's going to just accentuate the edges of that mask and create an area on the card without having to layer cardstock. Instead, this is going to keep that base layer of the card completely flat. I also used some Post-it tape to tape down my card and then tape down the Falling Stars stencil from Simon Says Stamp. I really love the Falling Stars die, but today I'm going to be using the stencil to add in a little bit of detail in this background. I'm using the same distress ink color, frayed burlap, with that mini round blending tool and just bringing in that color. And then I will peel off the mask, and you can see all those little tiny stars that are on the background. I think it looks really, really cool. Then I took the mask off, and you can see that outer edge. And I took some purple cardstock from Basil. I used my Inka Dinka Doo embossing magic powder bag to prep the cardstock before embossing. By using that powder bag and adding a little bit of powder, it prevents the embossing powder from sticking to areas where I don't want it. I put some Hero Art to White embossing powder on top, shook off the excess, and then heat set that with my heat tool. I then trimmed it down and made it into a banner that I adhered with some foam tape on the back directly to the bottom portion of this card. I'm going to be putting the little boy kind of right above the banner, so I'm going to put 2 layers of foam adhesive on the back of this little boy, and that's going to make it so that he stands up above that banner. So I'll just peel off that backing and place that onto the card. Now I'm going to be adding a few details just to finish off this card. I'm using this star border punch from EK Success, and I just punched out a little bit more of that Copic Express It blending card. This is just the strip that I cut off when I cut him out of the cardstock. And I took all the little stars, and now I'm using some Ranger Multi-Matte Medium, and I just smushed that with my finger so it was a little bit easier to apply. And I took my Quick Sticks tool, picked up each star, kind of dragged it through that adhesive, and then put it back onto my card. I did want to make sure to put 1 star on the banner. And then I went around that blending that I did earlier and added a dashed line, and also added some Stardust stickles to all of the stars. And that finishes the card for today. Just a reminder that all of the supplies plus those suggested stamps are listed down below in the video description or over at my blog. And I will see you guys on Friday for a new Friday Focus video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you then. Here we are at the very end of the video. Thanks again for watching, you guys. I have 3 more Copic card videos for you to check out, so click on any of those on screen to watch those videos. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and you can visit my blog at kingwernerdesign.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.